They say a lie can travel halfway around the world before the truth puts its shoes on. But in my case, the truth didn't need shoes. It had CCTV cameras. This is the story of how an HOA Karen tried to ruin my life by accusing my innocent dog of attacking her son. But when the footage came out, the truth bit back harder than she ever imagined. I just moved into a quiet suburban neighborhood. Clean lawns, white fences, the perfect place to recover some peace. I lived alone with my golden retriever, Buddy, gentle, loyal, and loved by everyone who met him. Everyone. Except Karen. Karen was the self-appointed enforcer of the HOA, always patrolling the streets like she owned them. She had one rule: no pets off leash, no barking, no nonsense. Fair enough, until she decided those rules didn't apply to her, just to everyone else. It happened on a Saturday morning. I was in my yard playing fetch with Buddy. Karen's 10-year-old son, Mason, was riding his bike nearby. Suddenly, Mason stopped at the edge of my driveway and called Buddy over. Buddy wagged his tail and trotted up, like he always did with kids. The next few seconds were chaos. Mason screamed, Buddy yelped, and Karen came running, shouting, "Your dog bit my son. I'm calling the police!" I was stunned. Buddy had never bitten anyone, not even growled. But Mason had a small red mark on his arm. Karen was already snapping pictures, demanding my dog be taken away. Within hours, the HOA chat group blew up. Karen had posted, "New neighbor's dangerous dog attacked my child. Beware." Some people believed her. Others didn't. But things got worse when animal control showed up at my door. The officer said Karen filed a formal complaint, claiming my dog was a violent threat. I showed him Buddy's vaccination records, his training certificates, everything spotless. Still, they had to investigate. Buddy was temporarily quarantined while they reviewed the claim. It felt like losing a family member over a lie. The story just didn't add up. Buddy's teeth didn't match the mark. The timing didn't match either. So I checked something Karen didn't know existed: my CCTV footage. I'd installed cameras around my yard for security. I pulled up the recording from that morning, and what I saw made my blood boil. The footage showed Mason walking up to Buddy and was smiling. He wasn't attacked. He was teasing Buddy with a stick, pretending to hit him. Buddy barked once, confused. Then Mason lunged forward and, I couldn't believe it, he bit Buddy on the ear. Buddy yelped, pulled back, and that's when Mason screamed in fake pain. Karen ran over seconds later, acting like she'd seen a murder. I watched it 3 times just to make sure. There it was. Undeniable, crystal clear truth. The bite victim was actually the one doing the biting. I called animal control right away and sent them the footage. They couldn't believe it. 2 days later, the officer and a sheriff showed up, at Karen's house this time. From across the street, I could hear her shouting, "This is ridiculous. He's lying. That video is fake." But the officer had already verified the timestamp and footage integrity. The HOA was notified. So was CPS, since Mason had been used to fabricate an assault claim. Karen's confident smirk finally cracked. The HOA issued a public apology to me in the neighborhood group. Buddy was cleared of all accusations and reinstated as the sweetest member of the block. Karen and her husband, however, were hit with 2 charges: filing a false police report and animal cruelty, since they provoked harm to my pet. Mason was fine, so the officer made sure of that. But Karen's reputation? Gone. People stopped listening to her HOA rants. Her power vanished overnight. A week later, Buddy and I were back at the park. He chased his ball freely again, tail wagging, completely unaware of how close he came to being taken away. As I watched him run, I couldn't help but think, some people lie to control others, but truth doesn't need to shout. It just needs proof. Moral of the story: when you weaponize lies, you bite your own reputation, when in this time, it bit back hard.